match between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator for the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel, Adam Allcroft. The teams are out as we head for a game between two sides that are actually very similar to each other. You've got two teams based in the suburbs of bigger cities with two big clubs in the cities, big historic clubs that attract all the attention. They've fought far beyond their resources over the years in a level much higher than many would expect them to do on the budgets, and they're both playing yellow and blue in their home. It's Stocksbridge and Carlton, two sides who are hard-working sides with a lot of respect for each other. We are going to have a minute's silence in a minute as we have Remembrance Sunday tomorrow. We'll hear the last post as well. And the players, after just doing their handshakes with each other and the referees, we will head into the minute's silence for Remembrance Sunday, as we remember all those that have fallen, so we can have silly little days like this watching football without worrying about the world. So we are just waiting. There's just a few shakes between the captains here doing a few shakes before we have the minutes. Tom Charlesworth, the captain today for Stocksbridge. We will go through the teams after the minute's silence. Jason is out of an injury, ruled him out of Wednesday night's match against Grimsby Borough, has ruled him out today as well, though we should expect to see him back shortly. It's not expected to be a long-term injury, thankfully. Stocksbridge will get their captain back. Vice-Captain John Lemon and Vice-Captain Jack Tinker are not available today. And we'll now go to the last post and our minute silence for Remembrance Sunday tomorrow. Beautifully played last post here at the Bill Stockwell Stadium ahead of the match between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We will go through the teams now for you just before kick-off. So, in goal for Carlton, it's Felix Annan. Then we have Shea Thompson-Harris, who was sent off in this fixture last year. Lewis Durow, Dan Brown, Dean Freeman, Charlie Carter, Niall Davies, the captain for Carlton, Kyle Sargent, Nat Watson, Oliver Clark and Alex Howes. The bench is Michael Ford, Lawrence Stewart, Niall Hilton, Lewis Bonser and Liam Moran. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, there's two changes today. So Ben Townsend is in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, who, as we mentioned earlier, is captain today for the Steels. Then Dan Nelson remains at left back with Jack Tinker suspended, Alex O'Connor, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagleton, Daniel Deacon, Ashley Butterworth, who comes in for Oliver Grezlak, Alex Hardwick, who was Carlton's leading scorer last year, featured his former club for the first time, João Silva and Tommy Marshall. João Silva coming in for James Morris. The bench is Alex Phillipson, Oliver Grezlak, Jack Haslam, James Morris and Andy Rick. The players are in position. Mehul Carrier is our referee. We are ready for a big game of football. The Steels look to arrest a poor run of form here today at Brackenmore. Stockbridge Stadium. Well, the best view here, I'm afraid. We are just in the terrace of the bar. We've unfortunately got a few people in front of us, so it's not going to be the greatest calls I've ever made in my life. We'll have to have the spirit of the game get to you back wherever you are listening from, and if you are listening, feel free to get involved on the YouTube comments and let us know where you're listening from. We will try and shout out as much as possible as the game goes on. Oh yes, okay, the final few checks from the referee. The referee just waiting a few seconds. We are a few minutes past 3. There's already been a goal in the Premier League as Pablo Salvador has put Wolves ahead. And here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway in the claret and blue shirts, kicking from left to right, while Carlton Town are in the yellow and blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from right to left. And the keeper, Anand, is going to send the ball long here, headed on by Carlton on the side. Duro sitting, trying to get through the middle, but Stocksbridge have won the ball in midfield, and then O'Connor sends it long down the right wing. Hardwick will chase and look to cause a problem in this corner too. Hardwick gets right wing into towards the corner flag, having his shirt pulled. Hardwick plays it back to Tom Marshall, but well cut in there by Lewis Duro, and it's out for a Stocksbridge throw. Stocksbridge starting brightly in this game so far. So it's a throw in here. Tom Charlesworth will have the throw in. Throw in to Marshall, trying to get back to Charlesworth. Left footed, putting the ball in. Head away for it, can make it to Silver. Racing onto it's trying to be Dan Nelson, but it's been passed away now. And it's going to be passed out into midfield. Butterworth wins it. We'll get it out towards the left hand side, but should be covered here by Thompson Harris, but it's clearly been charged down. It might just go into the box. Annan has to come out, and he just boots that one into the sky. It's going to stay in play as well. Eventually he's headed out, and it's actually going to come off Dan Nelson last and be a Carlton throw. Carlton get away with one on that occasion into midfield, and with the Millers, Carl Sarn on the ball, back defend, but Hardwick's won it. Hardwick gets it to Butterworth. Butterworth takes a shot, it's high, wide, and into the AstroTurf, and it's a poor decision from Ash Butterworth to take that shot, because I think Hardwick was in a good position if he'd got it back, and it wasn't exactly a great effort to justify taking the effort either. So now back with Annan. We will send this long, head away by Charlesworth, but there's been a pull there from Charlesworth, and it will be a Carlton free kick for Lewis Duro to take. He's going to send that one long down the line, putting in the box, heading into the midfield area, but head away by Dan Nelson, making just his second start for the Steels after coming through the pathway system, and Dan Nelson will now pick up the ball again after a failed attempt to get the ball into the right wing, forward and put into the middle, and now Silver will look to get the touch, looking to turn Thompson Harris, switches out to the right to Charlesworth, takes the touch, sends it long, looking for Tommy Marshall, and knocked away though by Duro, and then flicked on by Howes, who's a lively player in the front for Carlton. Down the left wing it goes for the Millers, and Stocksbridge will pick it up in defence, and that will end that attack for now. Townsend gets it forward to O'Connor, and back to Charlesworth. Stocksbridge will get it forward, and Marshall's making the run. It's going to be played, look for Silver though, but head away for it can get to him. Offside flag was up though on Zhao Silver, and because the pass was aimed towards him, that is going to end it there, and it will be a free kick for Carlton. 4 minutes into this game, it's 0-0 here. Already goal in the Northern Premier League East. Concert are 1-0 up on Sheffield FC. Brandon Hall to score in. Sheffield FC have Vil Powell in charge for the first time today after the departure of Jamie Yates. So Annan will take his free kick, looks to switch it out to the far side. It's Deacon who heads it away, then Butterworth gets it forward. We won by Freeman, and I'll have it back, sent forward by Dan Brown. Not the Da Vinci Code Dan Brown, to our knowledge. We'll investigate, we'd be surprised before. It's Freeman on the ball now for Carlton, gets it out to Duro, and Carlton looking to press forward, and it's towards this left-hand side towards the shed end where many of the Carlton fans like to gather. But Stocksbridge have won the ball back and have sent it long looking, but well collected by Dan Brown. Looks to turn and twists around and then left-footed, sending it forward. Headed away by Iggulden, then Duro heads it back into the middle and switched by Clark over to the right wing. Nelson reads it and heads away. Carl Sargent on the ball. Forward he goes, Carlton having their longest period of possession here as they send it down to the right side. Carlton and looking to build the attack, but it's a bit too overhit and it will go out for the throwing for Stocksbridge. We will of course try and keep the table with some local fixtures as well, but I don't think there's actually that many in the league happening today. As Owen clears the ball away, Hardwick heads it on. Marshall's going to look to be the first man on it. Gets a touch, knocks it long. Can he have the pace to beat his man? He might do, but he's just going to get touched enough to get it back to Annan, who has cleared it away. Big header from Owen, wins in the middle. Up, O'Connor flicks onto Deacon. Deacon comes forward, going with pace, finds Silver on the left wing. Silver's facing up with Thompson Harris. Silver, bit of tricky footwork, looks to get it onto his right. Challenge goes in and stops Silver, but Silver gets it back and then the tackle takes it out of the box, and Carlton have got the ball and will pass it out of the box. And some good passing from Carlton. It's a good break from Carlton now as Oliver Clark charges down the right wing. Clark, big slide tackle from Iggulden, stops it going forward, but then it's been picked up by Charlie Carter on the right wing. This attack's still going. Now with Clark, back to Carter on the right wing, being forced out though by pressure from O'Connor, and then eventually takes a couple of ricochets, comes off Carter last, and it's a Stocksbridge throw. It was a good looking break from Carlton for a while. They just weren't able to create an opportunity out of it. So will be the throw for Dan Nelson to take. Launches that ball downfield, comes off Hardwick a bit, but then eventually boosted away by Freeman, then headed backwards by Owen, and it goes back to Townsend, who collects that into his grateful hands. Throws it out to the right back to Cham Charlesworth, the captain today, sending it forward to Hardwick, who looks to knock it on. Good turn from Hardwick. He's looking to hold on to the ball, does eventually lose it, but it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. It was Carl Sargent that was all over him at that time. So it will be Tom Charles to take this throw in now. Front to Butterworth, back to Charlesworth, left footed ball forward. Will be headed away. Harder was the man it was aimed at. Throw in though for Stocksbridge, just on line with the corner of the penalty box. And Charlesworth will want some willing runners here. He's going to find Butterworth, who tried to get back to Charlesworth over his head, and that ends the attack. Carlton have the throw in. So back with Duro for the Carlton throw, and it's been a lively start to the game from both teams. Launch downfield, head away by Charlesworth, then big volley on from Deacon, looking for Silver, who might get the turn from Thompson Harris, but well in from Sargent, who gets the ball off him, and then Freeman will look to get it to the right hand side, a very high lofted ball. Nelson gets a header, but it goes out for a throw-in to Carlton. Thompson Harris takes it quickly, then knocked on by Clark, and it's a bit of head tennis between the two teams as it gets down going for Carlton. Out to Durr on the left, who has to come back to avoid a tackle from Marshall. Into the defence now with Freeman. Looks to get it out to left hand side, looking for the run on the left wing. But Stocksbridge are going to come away with that one, and now it's Butterworth. Butterworth tries to slip the ball through to Silver, but well read by Dan Brown, but he only gives the ball back away, and now it's Deacon who will charge into empty space. Danny Deacon on the left, looks to get the pass forward, looking for Silver, maybe a bit too much. Silver might just get onto it though, gets the touch, keeps it in, but then Thompson Harris able to get on the ball and boot it out for a throw-in. Good work from João Silva, not giving up on the ball that for the longest time seemed gone. But Stocksbridge have lost the ball from the throw-in, a really poor throw-in from Dan Nelson, and now Carlton are getting men forward through Nat Watson now, gets it to Howes and gets it back into the midfield, and now Stocksbridge have got the men back. That chance at a quick break is over, but Carlton could still build a successful attack through this, as it's with Duro on the left hand side trying to avoid Marshall. Marshall will tackle him. Marshall trying to come forward, he's going to get harassed. Tries to slip through to Hardwick. Hardwick is offside by the time the pass went through, and Hardwick is shouting at Tommy Marshall. He is thinking, going, I want that ball earlier, I want it given to me quicker. And the Carlton fans are used to Alex Hardwick's how demanding he is of the play. He demands excellence, demands high standards, and he wants his passes given to him in a certain way. Stocksbridge have the throwing in their own half at the moment. Doncaster Rovers are 1-0 down against Notts County in a local scoreline. Jatta, the goal scorer for the Magpies, and Southampton have equalised against Wolves. Ryan Manning, the scorer. As ball is back with Townsend now for Stocksbridge. Sends it out to the right, and with Charlesworth, who is going to be harassed in that corner, and his long ball down will be blocked, and it's out for a throw-in. 11 minutes gone in this game. It's 0-0 here between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Ball down long and then headed away. Now for another Stocksbridge throw, and this time they've entered Carlton's half. Charlesworth holding on to the ball. He hasn't really got many willing people coming towards him wanting possession. Throw to Marshall, then back to Charlesworth, who knocks it over the top. Appeals for an offside, and that is appeals going to be given. Alex Hardwick not happy with that decision. He has that very expectant look to lineman for a very dismissive shake of the head. He was not happy with that decision whatsoever. So back now with his free kick that Felix Annan will take, and launched long by the goalkeeper. Head away by Owen, will go to the air, then head away by Duro. His foot's flicked on forward, but will rebound out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. No teams had a real chance on goal to talk about just yet, as Duro sends on down the left-hand side and will go out for a goal. Bit too overhit from the left back. Stocksbridge look to build again out on this right hand side, but is tackled and he goes out for another throw. Charlesworth will take it, quickly taken, but well read by Freeman, who heads away, and Carlton will get back in the field. Carlton, after a shaky start, has now really grown into this game. Now Davies coming down the right wing, moves into the middle, tries to put the back pass in, but Iggulden slice clearance, not fully away yet, but now picked up by O'Connor. Will take it further out to the left and then send it forward to João Silva. Takes a touch into the middle, gets the push in the back, and it will be a free kick on the halfway line. Stocksbridge take it quickly. Danny Deakin on the left hand side allows it to go to Hardwick. He'll slow it down and come back in. He's been first forward, back out. Back to Nelson. Nelson will move in. Tries to chip the ball into the middle. Look for Butterworth, who chests it down. Goes wide. He's in the box, but has to go out of the box. Back to the left, puts the ball in the middle, headed away again. Out to right, and Davey will clear that one away. Goes to Clark, who chests it down. He's got two Stocksbridge men around him, but he's going to burst away from both of them. Now he's looking to get past Iggulden, but Iggulden's going to force him out further wide onto that left-hand side, and then he's going to still be with Carlton as they try and get this attack going into the middle. Forward it goes and flicked on. It's beyond Nelson, and it's going to go out to Davey on the right wing, on the edge of the box on that right-hand side. Moves in, left foot to cross it in, headed away by O'Connor. Headed back into the box, but O'Connor heads away again. And then touch down to the right-hand side. Davey has it again, puts it into the middle, but Nelson intercepts and clears. Back though it goes, Charlie Carter this time. Moving out to the right-hand side as Carlton are looking to overload on that side, but it's a poor pass from Carter. Eagleton reads it, gets a good clean collection on the clearance. It's back in the Carlton half. Annan on the ball now, the goalkeeper. He's going to quickly send it out towards the left towards Duro, and then knocked on by Duro, but out of play for a Stocksbridge throw. Good defending from the Steels after some shaky moments. 14 minutes gone. Newton Aycliffe are 1-0 up against Bradford Park Avenue. Liam Jarvie is the goal scorer. And Bournemouth are ahead against Brentford. Evan Wilson, who scored against Manchester City last week, has scored for the Cherries. Ball down right side, Tom Marshall appeals for a handball, and it's not given. It will be back with Annan. Strong appeals, but nothing given on that occasion. The ball's long from Annan, headed right into the middle, and O'Connor reads it and then cleared away into the midfield. Sargent on the ball, gets it, looking to get it out towards the left. And Carlton looks to be on the left side eventually. Tackle from Stockbridge goes in, and it will be a throw-in. So, throw-in for Carlton. Launched ball into the box. It's a good long throw, but it takes a bounce in the box ball going to Townsend, who quickly spreads out towards the left-hand side, and Danny Deakin is the one coming down the left as Stocksbridge look to catch Carlton out on the counter. Laying it to Joe Silver. Back it goes into midfield. The counter is over for now, but Dan Nelson will dribble it forward. Looks to slip through to Hardwick, knocked away from him, and Duro gets it back to Annan, who sends that well forward. Well read, that tackle. Now it's Carlton now in midfield now. Sargent gets out to the left and put back into the middle, but Hardwick intercepts. Hardwick looks to get it to the right, look for Charlesworth, gets the tackle though from Carlton, from Lewis Duro, and it will be Stocksbridge throwing. 16 minutes gone in this game so far, remains 0-0. Just as quickly as they took the lead into Aycliffe, then back level again. Connor Shanks has equalised for Bradford Park Avenue. Phone to Butterworth, then to Charlesworth, who tries to knock it forward, but it just skews out the play a bit, and it will be a throw-in. Back now with Duro to take this throw-in, as both sides had their positive moments, but no real chances as of yet. Away by O'Connor, then flicked on by Deakin, and it's going to be Marshall who knocks it on, and Hardwick looks to get on the right-hand side. Hardwick in space. Can he find Silver in the middle? Look for Silver! Silver got the touch, but he ends up sending it over. Big chance for Stocksbridge. We just said there are no big chances. That was one. Hardwick managed just to read the gap between the number 5 Dean Freeman and Lewis Duro really well. Got down the right hand side, put a great cross in. João Silva though, he had to stretch to get a touch onto it, and he could only end up sending it quite comfortably over and then, but it was a big chance. Remains 0-0 here at the Bill Stockeld Stadium. Concert are now 2-0 up on Sheffield FC. Isaac Walker, the scorer. And he'll just wait for Annan to take his goal kick. He'll be happy that his net didn't bulge after that one. João Silva still waiting for his first goal in the Northern Premier League. He scored 5 goals for Stockbridge, but they've all come in either the FA Cup, the FA Trophy, or the Sheffield Senior Cup. And right now it's deep is now Watson trying to build for Carlton. In the end, the tackle goes in. It will be a throw-in for the Millers on the left-hand side. And just stoppage of some sort. Not sure what for. But we will restart. Lewis Duro with this throw-in. Launch downfield, head away, he goes into the box. Townsend rushes to get it and will claim it without too much stress. Will be Townsend just waiting his moment before he sends this long. He'll be looking for Alex Hardwick, who's pulled onto Dean. He's actually not pulled onto Dean, he's pulling onto Lewis Duro. Sent well forward. Hardwick moves looking towards Freeman, but Freeman heads it away. Heading to the middle towards Charlesworth. Charlesworth sends it down the right. Hardwick's looking to have the beat in his man. Pull off his arm, I think, and that's what the referee is going to agree with. Alex Hardwick's very unhappy about that, but I think Hardwick can't really complain too much. It did come off the underside of his arm as it was bouncing. He's frustrated, I think, because he looked like he got the better of Dean Freeman, and then just one bounce, which has caught him out as well, gets his arm, and that's the attack over. Hardwick is finding some space down the flanks at the moment. He just needs someone to help him out in the middle. So he manages to win those battles. Annan will send this long. Butterworth gets the head, but he'll end up working out more for Carlton. Goes out for their throw. It's going to be the long throw from this left-hand side, and you can tell it's going to be a big long throw because the centre-back's up for it. Dean Freeman is there, and he's going to stand right on Ben Townsend's toes. Well, pulling away towards the near post. Launch in towards that near post, headed into the centre of the area, head towards goal. Townsend punches it over. Carlton have their first shot at target. The long throw routine works nearly to perfection. The header just punched over, maybe just didn't have the speed on it, just looped a bit too much, and Townsend was able to get to have a punch. It's going to be a corner kick though for the Millers, so the attack is not over yet for the home side. Will be a left-footed corner from that far hand side. Swing towards the near post, flicks on. Oh, not far off, and it's going to be out for a goal kick in the end. That header from the near post, it went across the entirety of the goal, and looked like one that might have just nipped in at the last, but thankfully for Stocksbridge it didn't. It remains 0-0 here. Goal kick for Ben Townsend to take. Newton Aycliffe back ahead against Bradford Park Avenue. Liam Adamson scorer. It's a bit of a thriller happening up at the Security Corp Stadium. And Chesterfield are 1-0 down to Accrington Stanley. Walton the scorer. Ball on, headed away by Freeman, going down the left hand side, and fields from Carlton for a free kick, which are not going to be given. It's for a push on Howes. Well, not long, headed out. It's going to come out, spinning out for a throw, but actually won't, because Lewis Duro saved that at the last. And kind of heads forward to Butterworth, comes off him. Butterworth with a little shove at the end there as well, but he's not going to get talking to about that. No. And a little shove on Alex Howes, a bit of a cheeky dark arts shove. Stocksbridge throwing. Probably should have been penalised for that, if we're being honest. Carlton throw, and he's standing right next to him, Richards, as he does it, so he's going to get some clear instructions of what he's going to do with this. He's got a bit of a referee Mehel carry it to him. Quick little chat with the Carlton players. One just said something a bit untoward, and just getting the chat to cut it out. I'm sure it's not going to be as bad as what we had at Liversidge last week. Well, on forward, Hardwick will head it into the box, but headed behind by Ray, and it's going to go out for a corner. Annan was looking to try and catch it, he spills it a bit, and it's going to be a very undeserved corner for Steels on that one. Just a mistake. It was headed right by Kyle Sargent, looking for Annan. Annan's rushing out to get it, but instead of collecting it, he just palms it. It goes out of play, and he actually might be thankful because it fell to Hardwick, who wanted to play in the middle and hopefully have someone back there to knock in. Stocksbridge's first corner of the game. Scored a few goals from corners this season. It's been a positive. It's a big opportunity early on, and Male Carrier's having a bit of a chat with Ash Butterworth and Alex Howes. We've just had that bit of coming together a minute or two ago. They're coming together a bit too much from this set piece. And now, right there, because Ash Butterworth is the man on Annan. Ball looking at the near post. It's a poorly done corner from Danny Deacon, a rarely done poor corner, and looking to counter-attack is Carl Sargent down that left-hand side. Ends up going it, playing actually giving a foul away, and Carlton fans aren't particularly happy about that one. But it's going to be a Stocksbridge free kick. 23 minutes gone here. It's 0-0 between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Gartha are 1-0 up on Emley. That's the line in that local derby. Dan Coupland, the scorer. Charlesworth turned this free kick into some sort of attack. There's plenty of players forward. Higgledon, who scored against Liversidge last Saturday, is up there, but he's going to be comfortably headed away. Silver is battling for it though, and he wins it. Owen chips it forward. Hardwick will look to read it. Bounces awkwardly past Annan, and it's going to be a free kick for Carlton. Heard the referee blow. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I think it's because Annan's just took a bit of contact from Hardwick on the way through. Hardwick's not particularly happy because it's just Annan's just been caught out a bit, and I think Annan will, even though he's hurting now, will be quite thankful for the referee's call. it must just be the slightest contact. It's obviously on now, he's clutching his hip, but Annan is now back up. I wonder if that is a case of the keeper's gone down and the referee's just blown because he's seen a keeper down on the floor. Alex Hardwick certainly arguing the case at the moment. A bit of a lucky reprieve for Carlton on that one, as there is a shake hands to Steve Hardwick and Annan, who played together here at Carlton last year. Ethan Stennington ahead against Ossett. Daniel Capewell the scorer. Former Consett man, and long ball forward from Annan here, skews out to the left hand side, headed on again by Carlton, and back in defence Ilden will look to clear, sends it high into the air, and Buttoff will hit it on. Hardwick will chest it down, takes it to the right, getting harassed all the way, and he's going to lose the ball, but eventually goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. So out with her right now in with Charlesworth. Launch ball forward from Charlesworth, headed back away, and it's going to be a good turn from Clark, but clearance is blocked. It's going to come out towards the right hand side, can't be hauled down by Davey, but Sargent gets hold of it, but then his pass forward is intercepted by Deakin. His pass forward though is also intercepted, then O'Connor wins it. It's just getting the ball back to each other at the moment, and now João Silva will come forward on the left hand side. He's going to look for the overlap here from Deakin. Deakin puts the ball in, diving header from Thompson. Harris gets it away. Back on the right now for Carlton, who sends it long. Owen heads it back in the middle, looking for O'Connor, shields it well, and then Nelson knocks it on. Hardwick will look to get on him. He was well offside, Hardwick, who has been offside quite a few times in this game, and it will be a free kick to the Millers. 26 minutes gone, still 0-0. Annan will just take the free kick now. It's about midway into his own half. Sends it long, and Buttoff will head it away. Then Marshall will put a hole and turn, and he's going to get held. Well, actually, I think Marshall's committed the foul there, and it will be a Carlton free kick and a chance for them to get the ball in the box. Wanted to take it quickly, Carlton, and as we stopped by the referee, he'll be quite thankful because the cross into the box is well over everyone and goes out for a front, put a guy out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Then they'll get it back, and it will be the traditional, let's get that free kick into the box sort of set piece. So now back with Davey, he's going to take this free kick for the home team. Really good opportunity. Left foot ball forward, it's going to go into box towards that far post, headed back in towards the centre. It's going to be an absolute jumble before Stocksbridge are able to just about clear it. Big opportunity for Carlton, they weren't able to make most of it, but they're going to have another chance. Ball pinged in the box, headed into the middle again, and Townsend collects. That is obviously the big tactic from Carlton today, is to put a ball into the box, but not into the centre, but towards the right, and then head it back in and try and gobble up those second balls in the box. That is where they seem to have pinpointed a potential weakness for Stocksbridge. They've done it a few times already in this game, and it's not been far off succeeding. Ball long, Silva puts into the middle, Hardwick collects, back to goal at the moment though, gets it to O'Connor, who comes forward. O'Connor's thinking about it, gets it forward into the box though, and then Freeman's clearance is blocked by Hardwick, takes out a box of chips on the picnic table, and it's going to be a throw-in for the home team. Bridlington are 1-0 up on Sherwood Colliery. Charlie Winfield, the scorer. Ball launched forward, but then headed back away, and Sargent will collect it. Being harassed by Silva though, who's been lively. Butterworth then going to help, and that can be a free kick Carlton, and that one has not been tracked well and received well by Ian Richards and co on the bench. Andy Ring as well on the bench. He actually could come on as a substitute in the second half, though we would doubt it. First time Ring has appeared on the bench all season. As Freeman gets it forward into the midfield. I think Carlton have been edging the game in the second half. First half in and ball headed into the middle, and stops trying to clear ball, goes back into the box, headed towards goal, but it's a looped header and will be collected by Townsend. Townsend just takes his time with it. And now will launch it forward. Hardwick looking for the ball, but head away by Freeman, who's done a good job in him so far. And then Charlton knocks it long. Marshall might get the beating of Dura there, puts the ball into the middle, head away for it to get to Silver. Hardwick collects it on the edge area, moves into the box, takes a shot, blocked, out for a corner kick. Actually going out for a throw-in, he's right next to the flag. Good block from Freeman there, but Steele seems to be finding just a bit of success with the balls over the top into the wing. Just the high lofted bouncing ones. Lewis Duro's just having a bit of a struggle with. Hardwick and Marshall have caught him out on a couple of occasions so far. And so the aim from this sort of throwing is, can we get that ball into the box where Hardwick and Deakin are at the moment? Give me another throw in after that routine doesn't work out as planned, but not a disaster. Tommy Marshall and Ash Buttoff as close options. Charlesworth, who captains the Steels today. Going to Marshall, back to Charlesworth, looks to be a man, and tries to put the cross in, blocked, and it will be out for Stocksbridge's second corner of the game. So, second corner of the game for Steels. First one didn't go well, it was a scuffed one from Danny Deakin, and was easily cleared. This one will hopefully be better, especially with Elliot Owen and Paul Eagledon coming up front, who both are threats from this opposition. Alex Hardwick in the middle too. Here comes the ball towards the middle, headed away at the near post. High lofted one will be easily laid by Sargent. O'Connor will be the first onto it. There's an unhappy Oliver Clark, he wanted a free kick. As it's now Hardwick on the left wing, moves into the middle. Now to Dan Nelson, who will send it out to the left, but just not enough pace on it. But he intercepts the clearance. Dan Nelson puts the ball in towards the edge of the area, cleared by Alex Howes. Goes out to the right-hand side here, and Carlton will look to get the counter out of him, but Nelson has got a good tackle in, but he loses on the second tackle, and here comes Howes forward onto the right-hand side. Charlie Carter for Carlton, putting the ball into the middle, goes to the shot, and it's blocked. Falls down to Marshall, leaves it over to Deakin. Deakin coming forward, out to the right to Charlesworth. Charlesworth knocking it forward, looking for that runner Marshall, and Marshall's got the pace to get onto it, puts the cross into the middle, well collected by Felix Annan. He's quickly got it out. Lewis Duro, this game going a mile a minute at the moment. Duro, charge forward, a big ball forward, headed away though, going to go out and then eventually will go out. It's kept in actually though by Alex Housen into the middle, now back now to Sargent, who will look to dictate a big long pass forward. It's a gun pass forward, and it's going to be, it's a penalty kick. He has given a penalty kick for the tackle from Eagledon, and a yellow card. That one I'm very, very unsure of that one. I can't help but think that decision is a very favourable one for the home team. And it's a big chance for Carlton now to take the lead. And that one, they weren't even really appeal for it, but the referee gave it. And now it's a big test. Townsend's not saved an open play penalty, saved a few in a shootout. So man up for it is going to be Niall Davey, the captain. Be a left-footed penalty from him. And the pressure on the forward for Carlton to put the Millers in the lead. Niall Davey on the edge of the area, runs up, left-footed, puts it in the bottom corner. Carlton are 1-0 up through the penalty kick. And well, it's a penalty from very, very little. It didn't look like a good decision from my angle here personally, but the Steels are 1-0 down and are on the way to their 5th game we're about to win if this continues. And Stocksbridge just wait for the game to get back underway here. Frustrating for the Steels. 34 minutes, that goal comes on from Niall Davey from the spot. Ball goes long, headed away, and Howes has it. Tackled by Buttock, goes out for the Carlton throw. Back to Duro. Duro will look to take the throw. Carlton now 1-0 up through that penalty kick from Niall Davey. Ball goes forward, headed away, then headed right back by Sargent, goes forward, and then Nelson will look to boot that one up into the air, and it's not fully away, but Townsend comes out and claims it. Now on the left hand side, O'Connor with the ball will send it forward. Silver will look to get it on the rebound, and does. In the middle, look for Hardwick, but Hardwick takes out his man during that, and advantage will be given because Carlton's on the ball again, and he's turned well out, especially from O'Connor. O'Connor's holding on to the arm, and it will be a free kick. Some goals to tell you about elsewhere. Newton Naycliffe a free one up on Bradford Park Avenue. Wayne Whitfield the scorer, and Phil Turnbull has been sent off for Dunstan against Grimsby Borough. Freeman will have this free kick. Big long ball from Dean. Freeman now looking to get in the box, headed on into the area. Big volley comes in from Watson, but he booms it over the bar, and Steels get another let off on that one. Could have been two there. So 36 minutes gone, the Steels are now 1-0 down. Not a good day for any of the teams towards the top of the table. The highest ranked team winning at the moment is Newton Aycliffe, down in 8th. Every other team in the top 7 is either drawing or losing. So we'll have Townsend with a goal kick now. Long ball forward. Look for Butter if he heads it on. Silver will look to get it up, but it's cleared away by Carter, but can get to him. Nelson will pick it up on this left hand side, sends it forward to Deakin. Deakin back now to Nelson, sends it forward, looking for that run of Silver. Silver will get the boot on his man. Can he keep it in? Does keep it in. Harder gets the touch in the near post. He can't get it. It's actually going to be a defender who got the final touch. A corner kick for Stocksbridge, this time from the left hand side. Third corner of the game for the Steels. The previous two have come to very little. This one will be taken by Alex O'Connor. Curtis Turner, the usual corner take from the left hand side, injured. Here comes the corner towards that near post. Head away, Butter was there, and it's going to be Sargent who gets it on the edge of the area. His clearance is blocked. Deakin will put the ball back in, headed away by Carter, and then Deakin will look to head out to the left hand side. Nelson's going to try and keep it in. He can only shield it as it goes out for a Carlton throw. Not sure why he didn't do all he could to keep it in, but it's now Carlton. They survive that one, and there's a Carlton player though down in defence, injured, which will be a concern for the home side. So treatment here, I'm not sure which player it is, I haven't been able to identify him just yet, so a bit disappointing for the Stocksbridge. We've been defended quite resolutely for most of the game, caught out by some of the second headers into the box, but that's all, and then just one penalty, one tackle in the box, which we'll have to watch back and see for sure what we think of it. And it's 1-0 down, and we're back in this tricky position again, where we're having to fight so hard just to get a point out of it. Never mind the free we want if we want to keep this player push going, which at the moment is starting to dwindle. Because while as current score stand, we will remain in 5th. What you're concerned about is Bradford Park Avenue are just a literal goal behind in 6th. They're losing today, 3-1 behind. ain't there? But say that doesn't say, you know, and they're a game in hand. Dunstan are 3 points behind with 2 games in, or 3 games in hand actually, and Newton Aycliffe, who are charging up the table, moving to 8th at the moment. They're only, you know, they've got 3 games in hand and just 3 points. So I'd say we're only in 5th place at the moment on paper, and that's because Newton Aycliffe have taken a 3-1 leading at Park Avenue. Wayne Whitfield, scorer. And the Carlton player is back to his feet, so he'll come back on, and still haven't been able to identify him. It's Cal Sargent. So with the ball will be launched forward and headed on, but Eagledon, the man who gave away the penalty, clears it out. Hardwick can't get it under control, and then booted away by Dan Brown. Eagledon will head it right back, and then back again it goes from Carter before it's returned down the right hand side. Marshall's going to look to get it onto the right wing, and he's done well to pick it up. Marshall, he's been forced back though. Charles, if there's an overlap option, he's going to look for the overlap option. Charles puts the ball in. I lost it one. Oh, headed out for a corner kick. It's Dean Freeman having to be the one to connect with the ball to make sure it don't fall to Alex Hardwick in the middle. Look. Great ball from Tom Charlesworth. Corner from the right hand side, which have been taken by Danny Deacon usually. This time it will be Alex O'Connor. Looking for something a bit different from these right hand side corners. Here comes the corner into the middle, but good strong header away by Carlton. Falls to Deacon, gets it back to O'Connor, who will have a second chance to put the ball in the box, but instead he's going to return it to Deacon. A bit overhit, but Deacon will loft a very high one towards the far post. Owen will head it in towards the middle, headed away there by Freeman, and Silver picks up on the edge of the box, but got men around him. Looks to get down the left hand side. It's a no-go area, has to get it back to O'Connor, and then he's going to put another ball into the box. He's looking for that run of Owen. Owen puts it into the middle, chest out by Watson, appeals for a handball, which I definitely a very weak appeals. It's cleared out to O'Connor, who has to knock it up in the air and then heads it forward, gets it to Silver on the left hand side, but there's going to be a stoppage. I'm not entirely sure what for. I think Owen may have picked up a head injury. Okay. So we've had a stoppage here for Owen to go get treatment to his eye. And that is a bit on an attack, and then Owen's getting told to go off, and no one's really sure what's going on at the moment because he's Carlton back in position. That is a very weird thing. Ball's going to be with Jan Silver to start redoing it, but just a weird point to stop the game when we're in this not frantic moment, but busy moment. It's not a transition of play or when it's on the field and Jal's ball forward is intercepted by Carlton, and that's that attack over. Weirdly done. It's not Watson gets it onto the right hand side, and here Dave's trying to go down that right. Jan Silver defending. Dan Nelson looks to get a foot in, and he does get the foot in, and O'Connor will come away with it. Has to go deep before sending it downfield, and Hardwick puts it into the middle before it's knocked on and headed away by Buttock. Goes to Hardwick. Hardwick is almost tackled, but his tackle's turned into a quite a good pass. Charles will come forward. He moves into the centre. We'll be looking for Marshall. Finds Marshall. Looks to move in on the inside, but no go area again. Being forced further back here, Marshall. Back to Eagledon now. Takes a touch and will knock it long. It's not a great ball, and it will be covered by Durrow, who just boots that one into the middle, and Dan Nelson's trying to cause a problem with it, and it ends up being a poor pass given to Deacon. Deacon getting harassed, and he will lose the ball now. Good work from Charlie Carter of Carlton. As Alex Howes now comes down that left hand side, he earned the penalty. Gets out to the right. It's a good ball to the right, and then a block from Butterworth will take it out, and actually it's going to be, well, referee's giving it as a corner and the linesman's giving it as a goal kick, but the referee will overrule and give it as a corner. Communication between the two not particularly great. The linesman over there, Daniel Gent, who completely disagreed with his referee on that occasion. Oh, shouting from the Stocksbridge players who want Elliot Owen back for this corner. will not have it. And now, yes, Elliot Owen will turn for the corner with a new shirt. He's wearing the number 18 now. Designed to confuse people who have to administer football web pages. Here comes the corner, into the middle of the box. Butterworth gets the header away. Carlton will be the first ones onto the ball. Through Watson, ball into the middle. Header goes towards and it's not far off the far post, but the offside flag was up anyway. So it remains 1-0 to Carlton here. 45 minutes coming up. Should be closing in on half time as Joe Bartlett has put Bishop Auckland ahead against Cleethorpes. That will be a big shot score if it holds. But the long ball forward from Stocksbridge has gone back to Annan. I haven't seen the stoppage time board go up yet. So Annan will pick it up. Eventually he just got charged down by Hardwick to force him to pick it up. Yes. Carlton just look to finish this half in the lead. Ball goes forward. Ilan can only hit it behind, then knocked on towards into the box. Going to be held down well by Niall Davey in the box. Has to take a few touches, plays it into the middle. That's when the tackle goes in, and that's when Nelson is able to clear. On the right hand side, put it into the middle. Trying to get forward, but Marshall intercepts into Butterworth. Missed that at a time because I was watching the ball, and then Butterworth gets a tackle. There will be a Stocksbridge free kick. I think that was there's a couple of minutes at a time being added on. Yellow card being given there as well. I think it was to Charlie Carter, but we will double check that. Townsend will have this ball now. Long ball from him to get it in Townsend into the box, headed into the middle. Marshall gets the touch in the bottom corner. Tommy Marshall equalises. It's his first goal since coming back from injury. And just before the break, the Steels have got the equaliser. 1-1 here. Tommy Marshall, the scorer, headed into the middle for him just to get, and he knocks it across the keeper into the bottom far corner. 1-1 at the Bill Stockeld. An absolute sucker punch to Carlton, who were just hoping to take that lead into the half. Tommy Marshall with the goal. It's a really well-worked set piece. It was from a Ben Townsend set piece when Stocksbridge took the lead at Carlton here last year. A goal, and it's a Ben Townsend set piece which has got the equaliser for them here today. 1-1 just before the break, and that changes the half-time team talks completely for both sides. Carlton immediately getting back onto the ball. Gets it forward, but headed away, and then headed on. Headed right back by Carlton, then forward. There's a bit of head tennis between the two sides. And then eventually half-time is called, so it's 1-1 here. Carlton took the lead through a penalty. Paul Eagleton's challenge in the box penalised, and Niall Davey was able to tuck it into the bottom corner despite Townsend guessing the right way. But then right at the end, the set piece from Ben Townsend was headed back across the 6-yard area. Tommy Marshall was there to knock it across the goalkeeper and into the bottom corner. It is 1-1 between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I've been your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second half.
Georgia! Finish!
Good ball to Liz!
Get it, Liz!
Box! Follow it! Go on, Liz.
Well done, Lacey!
We've got to be marking her! Julia, stood! One, two! One more! Options now! On here!
Go, Liz! Go! That's it, good it. Keep going, Liz!
Right, Crystal!
Confidence, confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Was that stupid? Yeah.
Switch is on! Go!
Good ball that, Liz. Confidence, buddy. Confidence, lads. Well done. Well done, Lacey. Well done, Crystal. Lads.
I do miss it.
Go on then.
Very good. Did I mention I will do?
Well done, Kate.
Thinking that, Denise, isn't it?
It is Tom, I'm on yours.
I know exactly what you were thinking.
Footy. Go on then, Gemma. Go on, Gemma. Go on then, Gemma.
Yes, man.
Go on then. Brilliant, that play. Go on, Gemma. Little one. Again. Come on, girls. Go. Come on, get it clear.
Great strike. There you go. Great goal that. 10 points on it, Jim. Great strike.
We're just watching the game.
Come on then, son.
Where's the effort?
Come on. Good. Lauren, get over. What is it? Hit it!
Oh, look at it.
Get the ball! Brilliant! Brilliant!
Go on, make sure you stay. Don't throw this game away from it. Scarlett, keep going, pressure up. It's not her fault. All these experienced players in that team.
Hey, what are you
Come on now!
Win that! Win it!
Inside, good, Alice.
Well done, Alice.
Come on, pressure.
Come on, Chris. Keep going, Chris.
Come on, man.
Come on, Maddie.
Oh, what a finish! That's great, mate. Lucky girls, come on! Wait! Come on!
Maddie's in. Trying to play off from here.
Come on, get it away!
Even goals away. And why you try to
Got him, Adam.
Can you try again?
Come on, Elmo! Big at cheese back.
Come on then, girls! Get over, girls, get over!
Got to play out wide, use your feet. Yeah. That's it.
Hold on, Grace!
Good! Chaps in middle!
That's it.
Come on then, come on!
Off.
Centre!
Right, the keeper. Yes, go on, Jordan, you'll win that, you'll win that. Relax, drive. Look at Caelan's feet. Go on, Caelan.
Well done, girls.
Hello and welcome back to the Bill Stockdale Stadium for this Northern Premier League East match between Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. It is 1-1 here as we begin the second half. I'm Adam Allcroft, commentating here for the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. It's been a very good game. Both sides have been going for it. Carlton took the lead through a penalty. Niall Davey sent it into the bottom corner just out to grass of Ben Townsend, and then right at the end Tommy Marshall got one back for the Steels, equalised for the Steels, and it's now level as we go into the second half. The game is back underway now. Carlton have just got it underway behind the yellow and blue shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right, while it is Stocksbridge Park Steels in their claret and sky blue shirts, claret shorts and claret socks, kicking from right to left. Carlton will go for the team for you shortly. Carlton just on the ball at the moment, so we'll go now as Carlton have Felix Annan in goal, Shea Thompson-Harris, Lewis Duro, Dan Brown, Dean Freeman, Charlie Carter, Niall Davey, the captain and the goal scorer, Kyle Sargent, Nat Watson, Oliver Clark and Alex Howes. The bench is Michael Ford, Lawrence Stewart, Niall Hilton, Louis Bonter and Liam Moran. For Stocksbridge Park Steelers, again, there's no changes like Carlton. It's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charles, who's the captain today, with Curtis Turner out injured. Then it's Dan Nelson, Alex O'Connor, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggledon, Danny Deakin, Ash Butterworth, Alex Hardwick, João Silva, Tommy Marshall. As João Silva's just on the attack on the right-hand side. Tackle goes in, he'll be throwing next to the corner flag for the Steels. Good early start for them. And then on the bench is Alex Phillipson, Oliver Grezlak, Jack Aslan, James Morris and Andy Ring. Brentford are 2-1 down against Bournemouth in the Premier League. Justin Cliver, the scorer, son of Patrick. Go to Marshall here, looking to get it back to Charles, but he's been tackled, and here comes the counter-attack. Clark sets it up, big switch ball attempt, but Stocksbridge have made a foul in that, and it will be a Carlton free kick, so there's no break, but there is a Carlton free kick. It is deep in their own half. Garforth are 2-0 up on Emily. Rainer Ijupi has scored. And Heaton Stannington are also 2-0 up. That one happened just before the break. Robbie Spence, the goal scorer. St Newton Aycliffe remain the highest ranked team to be in the league today. This shows you how even the Northern Premier League East is this year. And a long ball forward. Over the top of everyone. Falls here, and then the shot from Nat Watson is over the bar, but Butterworth misses error and could have been punished for it. Nat Watson chested it down well, took it well as well, but then sent it well over. He'll be a bit disappointed with his finish. 48 minutes gone, it is 1-1 here. And Brentford have equalised against Bournemouth. Mikael Damsgaard has equalised for the Bees against the Cherries. So back with Townsend, who sends it long in this chilly evening. We're starting to get here at Carlton. Owen heads it away, he's got the headband on as well. Fancy black headband, not the Terry Butcher style. Not used to see Charlie Oglesby sport. And Owen heads it away again. So O'Connor knocks it on. Going to fall short of Harbuck, and Carlton will intercept. Duro will have it. Lovely little feint, gets in past Butterworth. Puts the pass forward into the middle. Then switched out now to Niall Davey, but well intercepted by Dan Nelson. He knocks out for a throw-in. Shea Thompson-Harris right in front of his ear will take the throw-in. He's actually not, he's going to leave it here, and we will have this long throw we've seen Carlton do a few times in this game from Lewis Duro. Big launch, long throw from him right into the 6-yard area. Header goes onto the 6-yard area. Townsend claims it, gets a little nick on him as well as he was trying to escape. But Townsend back up now and all right. Good work from Townsend claiming that. That's when you do want a confident keeper like he is. Takes his time now. I thought he was going to take it the first time. Instead dropped on the floor and then hit it long, and I don't think he was too sure what he was going to do there, but it is eventually headed out for a Stockfish throw-in. A little bit testy, that one. There's a long throw from Charles, goes down the field. Hard look to head it on, and in the end it goes up for another top throw, which is quickly taken to Marshall, who tries to spin out a bit of pressure, does do so. Gets towards the end, and he ends up dribbling it out of play for a goal kick. Bit disappointing from Marshall on that one. So back now with Anand to take this. The goalkeeper, who's had a few interesting moments in the first half, which Stockbridge will look to exploit. Good header on here, header towards, and it might just be in the path. Dan Nelson needs to be the first to it. He's not, the shot goes in, but it's a poor one from Niall Davey, the goal scorer. He doesn't get any conviction behind it, and Townsend will be able to do it easily. Dan Nelson will be disappointed that he weren't the first one to the ball. Just so you know, the reserves were playing earlier today. They were in Sheffield Saturday Cup action that That's a trophy they won last year. They won their first round tie against Barnsley Town 5-2. Braces from Thompson Cartledge, Louis Hall, and then Matty Lee. So Stockbridge will have a free kick just inside the Carlton half after a mistimed challenge. Going down that right hand side, it's a good ball, killer ball into the middle, well claimed Annan. He had to claim it, that one was begging to be knocked in. Stocksbridge have it back, Townsend has to get it quickly out now and then tries to be knocked on by Owen, but it goes out for a throw-in for Carlton. So home will be taken by Shay Thompson-Harris. Bit too far out to have one of Lewis Duro's specials. Thompson-Harris gets it quite down for the field. Going to bounce off a few players and then eventually knocked out to another Carlton throw-in. This one will be a Lewis Duro special. And they have caused problems in this Steel's defence so far in the game. Duro now with who will had initially as now Davies short option. He's peeled off as a short option, but nope, we're going to get Duro launching it into the box. It's headed away this time. Volley goes into the edge. Deflection. Carlton are back ahead. A deflection is wrong for to Ben Townsend, but in the end, Oliver Clark will claim the goal, and Carlton are 2-1 up. The long throw has been causing problems for Stocksbridge all day. In the first time, it looked like they dealt with it properly. It's fallen back to Carlton, and they've retaken the lead. It's 2-1 to the Millers. And Stocksbridge have to do all the hard work again. That is so frustrating. It's one of those most frustrating things. You work very hard to get back into the game. You equalise before the break, which everyone usually says is the best time to score because you wreck the other team's plans for that half. But Carlton have come out well and they have retaken the lead here. 2-1. Oliver Clark with a deflected goal. We thought we were going to get the restart, but the referee stops us for a moment, and then back now with O'Connor. Simon Heslop has put Bridlington 2-0 against Sherwood Colliery. Back now for Owen. Left of the ball, sent forward, and probably will look to get down this left-hand side now through João Silva, and again it's gone out of play. Will be a throw-in for the Steels. Can they get a quick equaliser here? Thrown into the middle. Stocksbridge looking to create something, but they just can't seem to break through that back four at the moment. Going to get down that left hand side now and looking to get the crossing that's just been blocked off at the moment. Stocksbridge. João Silva trying to cause all the work down there. Dan Nelson and Danny Deacon helping. But nothing doing at the moment, and then there's appeals from Carlton defence for something, not entirely sure what, but in the end they are going to get this one away. The design attack for Stocksbridge will be over. Ball goes forward, head away by Nelson. Headed on, flicked on, and then headed right back, and then Eagledon will get it back, and then Nelson sends it forward again. Not a clean hit, and Carlton able to easily deal with it. They send it forward, right back to Charlesworth, who gets it to the right hand side to Marshall. He's trying to get past his man, but he's been forced back, and he's going to lose the ball on that occasion. Into the middle it goes to the goal scorer Oliver Clark, who gave Carlton the lead back just minutes ago. Back to the right now to Niall Davey. Looking to get beyond Nelson, does get beyond Nelson, puts the ball into the middle, takes a shot and saved at the far post by Ben Townsend. A really impressive save from the goalkeeper. It's a great ball, great shot there from Nat Watson in the box, but in the end Townsend is able to just scramble across and make a clean save. Remains 2-1 to Carlton here. Brentford are now 3-2 up on Bournemouth. Jan Visser, the latest scorer. Ball on, Hardwick heads on well, but no one was gambling on that run. Back now with the keeper, with Felix Annan. I wonder how long it will be until we see the likes of Jack Aslam and James Morris. Come on. Ball goes forward and will be back now with the keeper. Townsend collects. Big ball forward from Townsend, high and into the air. Butterworth challenged for it, but the header will just go into left wing. It's going to benefit Carlton more than Stocksbridge as Duro knocks it long. His long throws have been instrumental for Carlton in this game. And Duro will then put the ball. It's a good ball towards that far post, and in the end, Nelson doesn't gamble on it, and it will pick it, and it will go out for a corner. And a chance for Carlton to double the lead. And as I thought, Dan Nelson was just going to leave, but he just didn't want to risk it with Alex Howard just waiting beyond him if it had gone out. Bit of a youthful mistake, I think, from Dan Nelson. Ball goes in, big towering header from Eagledon. Going to be pressed up by Hardwick, but good tackle stops Hardwick getting onto it. It's Dean Freeman, and him and Hardwick have been having a battle all day. And then Hardwick will commit the foul, and it's going to be a free kick to the home side. Stocksbridge haven't really settled into the second half yet. O'Connor, but just got a booking. So in the first half it was not Charlie Carter who got the booking, it was Lewis Duro. That was a free kick that Stockbridge used to get the equaliser. So here comes the Carlton. Well, Carlton have been quite good from set pieces, so it's the throwing that's made them more chances. Getting the ball towards that far post, getting into the middle, but Hardwick with the clues. Good defensive work from the striker. And João Silva is looking to nip and try and win the ball up high, but it is knocked onto left wing, and racing onto it is Duro again. What a game he's had for Carlton. Big tackle goes in there from Charles, who has gone away and then gets past one man, back into number 4 O'Connor, who gets it forward. Tony Marshall holds it down well forward in front of Butterworth. Butterworth forward, looks to get it forward to Hardwick. Hardwick into his path, out to right to Silver, but tackle before he can get to him, and it is a point. Hardwick has got a booking also. 3 bookings for Stockbridge, who have been one of the best disciplined teams in the league, but today not so good. And I believe in what is not good news for Stocksbridge, with those bookings, Alex O'Connor is going to be suspended for the next game. And I think Alex Hardwick might be too. We'll just double check that one as Carlton look to build out. Yeah, so actually looking at it, Hardwick and O'Connor, the 2 Alexes, will be suspended for next Saturday's home match against Newton Aycliffe. I'm not announcing, I'm just commentary on YouTube. Stocksbridge on the attack here. João Silva looks away in the middle. Carlton goes across the goal. And he goes out to play for a goal kick. Sorry, I got just there. They thought I was someone in the bar thought I was the announcer for the entire stadium was asking me to announce the raffle ticket number. So João Silva just went in there and had a good chance and almost missed that one. So Felix Annan has a goal kick, and we're gone 30 minutes for Stockbridge to get back into this game. We do have a team in the top 5 that's actually winning now though. Bilper have taken the lead against Ashington. Curtis Burrows has scored from the spot, and Sheffield have got one back against Concert. Josh Ayres has scored, but they are still 2-1 down. Oh, that's what Stockbridge trying to win it. João Silva has the ball, head away from him, and then had to chase it. And I guess I just kicked that one out for a throw-in. If it came out well out of his box then. So it will be a throw-in, and this is when you wish you had a Lewis Duro on your own side. I'm enjoying the long throw coming back into fashion. People are realising it shouldn't ever have been blocked. Actually, corner kick, sorry, it's gone out flow. That's what the linesman's changed it. So here comes the corner. Left foot to corner towards the near post. That's it into the back of the net! It's 2-2. I'm trying to see who might get the final touch on it. Looks like from the way it's celebrated, it might well be Tommy Marshall who's got it. Or is it Ash Butterworth looking at it? No idea who got the final touch on that, but what matters is that the Steels have equalised. It's 2-2. They've given it to Tommy Marshall as his for his second of the game, so we will go with that for now. And Tommy Marshall has once again levelled for the Steels. Ian Richards are complimenting there, so we are going to go Tommy Marshall as the equaliser here in Stocksbridge. Back level for a second time in this game. Back now for Eagledon, who gets it out to the right. Charlesworth has it, sends it long. Right hand side, Marshall looks to get beyond his man now as Duro, who I said had a really good game, but Marshall is making sure he has to work for that game. Cleared away by Duro, but only back to Butterworth. Has to play it back to O'Connor. And back to Charlesworth, who will knock it forward, and it's well headed away by Carlton, and Stocksbridge, just a minute after they equalise through the corner, have another corner. Can they turn this game absolutely on its head now? So that goal came on the... Well, it's not been up there, yeah, but it came on the 62nd minute, that goal. 61st minute, sorry, the minute. Here comes corner, another one in the near post, headed towards goal. It's in the back of the net again! The Steels are ahead, and Tommy Marshall has got the hat-trick for Stocksbridge Park Steels. The Steels' first hat-trick since 2022 when Luke Mangum scored. Oh. Tommy Marshall hat-trick has Stocksbridge 3-2 ahead here. And it's basically a near identical goal to the one that's just brought Stocksbridge level. 3-2 to the Steels. Tommy Marshall again, back from injury just a couple of weeks ago, got his first start since his injury on Wednesday night. On his second start back, has his hat-trick. God, have we missed him. Stocksbridge now lead 3-2. The first Stocksbridge Park Steels hat-trick since February 2022 when Luke Mangum scored 3 in a 4-3 win over Lincoln United. We're not ridiculously far from Lincoln today, but we've got the hat-trick as a man's... can we just say we've got some excellent goalkeeping in front of us. The ball's just ricocheted out here, and it was about to take a man's burger and his pint out before his mates just saved the day on this occasion. It's excellent goalkeeping right in front of us here to save the burger and the pint. Ben Townsend and Felix Annan would be proud. As Stockbridge go forward, they're looking to make it 4, but they've earned another corner on the left-hand side, and Stockbridge right all over the Carlton defence at the moment. Can Tommy Marshall get a 4th? So it's on this left-hand side though this time, not on the right where the last 2 have come from in quick succession. Here comes corner looking for that far post, headed away this time, goes to the edge of the area. Danny Deacon takes a shot, blocked. Will comes out of the area. Nelson's tracking to try and prevent the break here, but Nelson hasn't really got too much pace, but here does get the tackle in eventually on Niall Davey. So 65 minutes gone here, 3-2 to Stocksbridge Park Steels against Carlton Town. Liversidge are 1-0 up on North Ferriby. Jack Cook, who was in goal against us for Liversidge last week, but we are going to have to deal now with a Lewis Duro long throw. Here comes a long throw, in, headed on, and it's going to be looped, and it's just going to go out for a goal kick, and it's the first time I've seen a long throw that's not caused my heart to drop. So back we are now with Ben Townsend. those 3 goals. Tommy Marshall's now scored more than he has done the entirety of the rest of the season. Scored on opening day against Bishop Auckland and another in Sherwood College, and just been out for so long with that hamstring injury. If you talk to Tommy, he would tell you, I'm back next week, I'll play on Saturday. Then you'd talk to physio Liv and he'd be like, no, he's not. And it just felt like it was going on forever, because hamstring issues can be like that. But today he has really impressed, and he's made the most of his opportunities, has the hat-trick. And Stocksbridge are going forward now. They're full of confidence now. It's Tom Charlesworth coming forward. We'll find the overlap, looking for Tommy Marshall, the hat-trick scorer, puts the ball in, looking for that near post. But this time that one is going to be collected by Annan. Goes out to the right, Shay Thompson-Harris. He was sent off in this fixture last year. 2 yellow cards were sent off after the game was pretty much done. It was 2-0 to Stocksbridge at that time. I think just that last challenge from him being one of pure frustration, because it was a game that went away from Carlton right at the end. Well, he's to Thompson-Harris now. Tries to knock it off Nelson, but has to just play it back into Sargent in the end. And big booming ball forward that is going to just go out to play. It will be Stocksbridge's throw. 67 minutes gone here. It is 3-2 to the Steels. So back now with Nelson, ball going forward, headed back now from Carlton to get it into midfield. This game is certainly not over as Sargent looks to get the left hand side, but being one of Marshall's on it. Marshall will look to send this down the right hand side, and Charles will be the man who's going to try and cause a problem with it. Duro looks to head it, and he has to head it out to play for a Steels throw-in. Don't know, Elliot Owens appealing for it, arms stretched, but it's not happy on that summit. Stocksbridge do have the throw-in there when they have possession, and that's what matters at the moment. Well, they will look to try and double their lead, because tell you something, I don't want to deal with Lewis Duro throw-ins with a few minutes to go. I'll throw it into Marshall, but knocked away, and Carlton have the ball back. Marshall's trying to win it, but it's burst past him, and it's on to the left hand side with Nat Watson now, who is trying to be held on by Stocksbridge, but Carlton have just broke it into a bit of space in the midfield. Now to Thompson-Harris here, coming down the right hand side. Jan Silver back to cover, back in the middle. Connor wins it, and he's going to look to let loose Jan Silver on the left hand side now as Stocksbridge come forward, looking to break forward, and a free kick will be given the Steels way after a foul. And there is going to be a substitution. So Thompson-Harris is going to come off, and Lawrence Stewart is coming on for Thompson-Harris as Carlton, who had the game completely turned on them, look to turn it around. And Niall Hilton, a forward, is going to come on for Charlie Carter. That is Tommy Brookbanks, the Carlton manager, trying to change things around very, very quickly here. He is not waiting around. He's been a long-term manager at Carlton. You've got to respect the job he's done here. Very similar to the job Ian Richards has done at Stocksbridge. Had Carlton in the playoffs last year, despite having quite a low budget compared to the rest of the league. And you know, well, he's a very good attendance, it looks like, here today. Sometimes can be quite poor here. I think they do depend on Forest and County being away. Ball headed right, going to go to the edge of the area. Falls here to Silver. Silver's going to take the shot, but that's not one that's going to end up on the end of season highlight reels. Now ends up well out of play. It's a goal kick for Carlton. 70 minutes gone. 3-2 to the Steels. Lawrence Stewart and now Hilton, the two Steels just come on a minute to ago to try and get the Millers back into this. Doncaster Rovers have equalised against Notts County. Joe Ironside, the scorer. And here comes Carlton on the left-hand side. Into the middle to Howes. Howes will send out to Davey on the right wing. Nelson's got a sprint to get back in position. Davey will play back in the middle. Ball goes in, blocked. That ball from Stewart blocked, and now going to be carried away by Owen. Plays it back to Deakin. To make sure I can get back into position. Deakin gets shoved off the ball, but nothing given. It's a bit too light for a free kick. Won't be happy about that. Now Davey comes down the right hand side. O'Connor gets a bit of a footing, but Davey keeps hold of the balls. Into the corner flag it goes. Deakin back to help. Back now to Stewart, who puts a big booming high cross in. Townsend looks to get it, but it's knocked away from him before he can. Goes to the edge area to Alex Howes. Takes a shot, blocked. Back now to Howes. Gets out to the left, appeals for offside. The offside flag is given. And I think the linesman has given the Steels a bit of a favour on that one. So start will end that attack. Good looking attack from Carlton there. Heaton Stannington are 3-0 up on us. It's Joseph Thompson, the scorer.
That's what I said to you, I said don't go inside and sit down for 10 minutes.
Back now with Townsend. Big ball forward from him. Oh, it's going to be comfortably headed away. So it's boomed right back. It'll be Anand who has to do it now. He will send it forward. He's going to go all the way out now to Davey, but his ball forward block goes to Silver, who ball again forward has also been blocked. Carlton fighting for this, they'll not give up. That's one thing for sure we know about this Carlton side under Tommy Brockbank. As goes out for a Carlton throw, but in their own half. 352 here today. Fantastic attendance for the Millers. Might. As Carlton went forward, but they created a foul in that build up, and it's something they'll get the ball back for a free kick. So this attendance of 352 here today for this match is Carlton's highest attendance of the season. Their first sort of the game. And Ash Butterworth will come off, who's out in this is his very first league start for the Steels. He's going to be replaced by Ollie Grezlak. Both have had to be filling for Curtis Turner this week. Butterworth got the nod today, and it's worked out. Very different midfielder to Grezlak. They offer two very different things, so I can see while Turner's out, though he seems confident he'll be back for next Saturday's game against Newton Aycliffe. You can see it. Whoever gets that spot will depend on who we're facing. With a big physical side like Carlton today, elected on the physical Butterworth. Ball goes on now to Owen, who just allows it to go back to Townsend, and he'll just pick it up in his own goal. Sends it long now, the goalkeeper looking for Hardwick. Comes off his back for Richie. Silver's looking to collect it, and he does, and Coxwell looks to get down the left hand side back to O'Connor. He wants to switch it down to the right. Look for that runner, Charlesworth. Can Charlesworth just about keep it in? He does keep it in, Charlesworth. Back to Marshall now. He's going to use his pace, puts the ball in. Oh, doesn't make it to Hardwick though, and it is cleared out. And then it's going to be read here by Eagledon, who will come forward with it. Finds Charlesworth, and Charlesworth goes over. Nothing given though. And eventually it goes out for a Carlton throw. Ball launch forward. Big good block from Stocksbridge. It's knocked out for another throw-in. Another big throw-in forward. Headed away by Eagledon, but headed right back into the box. Carlton peeled off it, and then Hilton peeled off, but the offside flag is up. And Stocksbridge get a bit of a let-off on that one as well. 75 minutes gone in this game. 15 minutes for the Steels to hold on and try and keep hold of a 3-2 lead.
And somebody takes them into the toilet to sort things out.
Back with Townsend now.
No, she did. Martin's with him. Just took around the table talking to his some woman who's got a big cloak.
Here comes the long ball forward. Headed away by Carlton now, and Eagledon tries to head it back, and it's going to be picked up by Deakin. He turns well, lays it off to Nelson on that left-hand side. Forward looking for Silver, coming to try and get on that left side. Nelson's trying to help with the build-up attack at the moment. There's quite a few people in the middle of the box for Stocksbridge. but then it's going to be knocked out. It's going to be a corner kick for the Steels from the left-hand side. It was two corners which flipped this game on its head. And now they'll be looking to do the same again here to really just give a bit of comfort for Stocksbridge.
In your case, there's always a Rottweiler in the way. I've worded that, okay.
So, corner kick will be taken by Alex O'Connor. A right footed in swinger corner is in, back to go in. Will we see a fourth? Here comes the corner in, big header away at the near post. It's going to end up bouncing out, he's going to end up going out for a throw in. Carlton bringing their defence out there, will be looking to latch out to any mistake to get a counter-attack going of some sort and nick that equaliser where they look like they were going to go on and win this at one point. As Stockbridge can't make the attack stick, but they've got it back in midfield. Over to Charlesworth on the right-hand side. Charlesworth forward to Marshall on the right, trying to cut into the middle. And Marshall puts the ball in the middle, and it's going to be blocked. It's going to loop, and then Anand comes and collects it. He's clipped it really well. In the end, if he took the cleaner connection, it'd been worse because it had gone out for a corner kick. And from that side, where 2 goals have come in the last 20 minutes. Stockbridge trying to keep that ball out of the field. It's Grezlak getting well involved here. O'Connor wins the ball and he's going to come well forward. Trying to lay the pass forward. Lucky for Marshall. Offside flag is up on him. And Carlton get this back underway quickly. They know that the clock is ticking and that they need to come forward. Because they were thinking we can still get 3 points out of this because we've exposed some problems in the Stocksbridge defence and we can do it again. Big left with the ball forward. Biggleton will cover it and he just will send that out for a throw. But it's a throw in a good attacking position, and to be honest, I'd be doing the Rory Delap special of knocking him out for a corner of how good Lewis DeRoe's throws have been. One of Carlton's goals has from a throw-in. And we are this side, so it definitely is going to be a Lewis DeRoe throw now for the Steelers fan, and we have to treat these as deadly as set pieces. Big loop throw goes in. Anyway, goes to the edge of the box. Another blocker is going to go out for a corner kick. There always something seems to come from these throws. Another cut for Carlton now. Will be from the left-hand side to be taken by Lawrence Stewart. Steels need to be solid from these set pieces. Here it comes, right footed ball, looking to get in the 6-yard area. Higgleton gets the header, and it is going to go out. It's going to be another corner. Sheffield FC were 2-0 down, but they've got it to 2-2. Reece Fielding has scored, so that's Bill Powell's first game. Chargers seen a spirited comeback. Jao Silva is going back to help defend for the Steels now. He's going to go on the edge of the area. Very high corner. Townsend's gone down. He's got back up. Nothing was given for that. I'll be interested to see what decision the referee had been made. Here comes the ball back in. Townsend claims it. Big high catch from the goalkeeper. And well done from him. It would have been very interesting if that had gone in from that initial corner, because Townsend was down on the ground, and it's always an interesting when you see a keeper down on the ground of what's the referee going to do. We saw Anand do that to good effect in the first half. Big ball forward from him, but it's going to go right back to Carlton, who will build their attack, but it's going to go loop, and Nelson heads away, and Deacon heads it back before Nelson just boots that one forward. Hardick's going to try and see if he can turn this into an issue. Headed back, but then it's going to be picked up by Sargent, who turns out of trouble well. Forward he goes. And then Carlton will knock it on, looking for that right-hand side, and it's Eagleton again who just puts that one out for a throw-in, but it's going to be a Lewis DeRoe throw, which will be becoming the storyline here. So we're going to associate Oliver Clark, who scored the goal that put Carlton ahead. He's going to be replaced by Moran. That's Carlton's third sub. So that's Clark and Howes have gone off. Michael Ford has come on, so but we will have a long throw as well to see. So Liam Moron and Michael Frau. Michael Ford is on for Alex Howes and Oliver Clark. Oliver Clark scored from one of these long throw-ins that we're about to see. Duro with this long throw. Flat as out. Headed on. Still in the box. It's going to fall. Falls into the 6-yarder. Eagledon hooks it away. Fantastic challenge from Paul Eagledon. There are a few appeals from the fans for a penalty, but Eagledon just at the very last moment got it away. A heart-stopping moment for the Steelers defence, but they survive for now. But it's going to be another long throw from that left-hand side. It's like Rory Delap's being reincarnated in Nottinghamshire at the moment. High throwing into the box, headed away towards the edge of the area. Marshall picks it up, he'll turn and he will volley that away as far as he can. It's another throw-in, but quite far out this one. 82 minutes gone, still 3-2 to the Steels. But it looks like we are going to get the Duro throw. But the ref, we were shouting for a substitution. Carlton are battling for it, takes a volley and it goes wide. I imagine there'd be a lot of anger if there had been a goal there, because Stocksbridge are waiting for their substitute, which will now happen. It's João Silva's coming off and Jack Haslam will come on. So Haslam will lose. So and there you go. Got the hat-trick hero, Tommy Marshall, will be heading off as well. He's replaced by James Morris. So that is Jack Haslam, who's obviously a nippy, irritating little attacker. If you listen to the Ben Foster podcast, you'll know that if you call Jack Haslam a rat, it's actually a compliment. And then you've got James Morris, a big forward coming on to try and help hold that ball, stick up front a bit more to tick that clock down. Ben Townsend will have the ball now from a goal kick. So, as time continues to tick away, 83 minutes gone in this game. Townsend not a great ball forward. Hilton heads it forward, but he only heads it out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Maybe there was method in the madness on that one. And we will get a new ball quickly back onto the field of play.
She'll go for it one night, and that's finishing off.
Fulham are 2-0 up on Crystal Palace in the London Derby in the Premier League. Harry Wilson, who was a hero against Brentford on Monday night, scored. Throwing from Stockton, headed out again. Heading into a big nervy finish here. Throwing goes in, headed into the middle, but Carlton have it back. They clear it forward, but it's headed right back. Falls to Deacon, who lays it off to the left, looking for Morris, but intercepted before he can make it to him. And now Carlton will look to get the attack going down this right-hand side. Owen looks to have it covered. He will just send that out. It will go out for a throw-in. And will Duro come all the way over for this one? It won't be a Duro throw here. Being long, throwing down the right hand side, it can be a fight to keep it in. In the end, it goes out for a goal kick despite the best efforts of Liam Moran. Moran and Owen having a few words with each other afterwards, which I don't think the referee was too pleased about. "85 minutes gone, 5-0 plus whatever added time we get." Townsend on the ball now for the goal kick. Gets a bit of a G from the Carlton fans behind him. Ball goes forward and knocked on Harvick, who will right over the top. I think he was offside, Jack Haslam, and he won't get his first touches since coming on just yet. It was about a yard offside, it was fairly clear. Quickly taken by Carlton now as Haslam tries to get back the ball via tackle, but still gets onto the right hand side, and then ball gets past Dan Nelson here, and down the right it goes with Lawrence Stewart, but it goes out of play and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Back now with Nelson for a throw-in, who maybe got a bit too easily beat on that one. Big long throw-in. Morris tries to head on, but it goes beyond him, goes beyond Hardwick and all, but right back, Sargent heads it on, goes forward, and Owen tries to win it, but Carlton keep it, and it's going to be under that. Both teams going to appeal for that throw, but it's going to be given as Stocksbridge's throw. It came off the number 9, Nat Watson last. So Stocksbridge have a throw in just right in front of our position here, in this little terrace in front of the bar. Means that I say we'll be first, so we've got to go interview Ian Richards after this game, or whatever he thinks it is. Nelson launches it in, headed back away by Carlton. Comes to the forwards, knocked it to Hilton, who flicks it on. Eagleton has it, slice ball that might work out, but it's going to end up ricocheting out, and Townsend volleys that one up into the air, and instead of getting it forward cleanly, bounced out, and probably worse than a corner, is going for a throw-in for Durrow to take right next to the flag. Or is it going to be a corner? I think the Stocksbridge would have... I'd rather have a corner for Carlton than a throw-in. It is going to be a corner kick for Carlton. Can Stocksbridge defend it? So one looking for that near post, good header away by Hardwick. First onto it is going to be Davey, gets it back onto the wing. Right footed cross in, head up into the air, it's still in the box, and it comes off as though it's an awkward one. It's going to be another corner for Carlton on the right hand side. This nervous end to the game continues. So another corner, this time from the opposite side. The Millers putting all the pressure on they can to try and get a leveller. This one going for the far end of the box. Good header away by Eagleton. It's a race to be the first person onto the ball, but it will be Carlton who will look to keep this pressure on. But it's going to be Haslam who nicks the ball, and it's going. No, Greyschlack is the one. Greyschlack goes forward. Counter attack for Stocksbridge. Lays it off now for Morris. Morris goes forward. He's got the man to get past. Goes wide to the left. That eliminates the immediate opportunity. But Stocksbridge will now be looking to hold on to it in that attacking area. But Carlton have it right. But then Nelson wins it and sends it forward. Carlton clear it away again. Headed on, and then headed on beyond Eagleton, and it's a race. It's brilliant work now from the number 17, Moran. He's put Eagleton on the floor, puts the ball in the middle, Townsend claims it. Eagleton, you'll look happy with himself after that. Made to look a fool, to be honest, on that one, but thankfully Moran's final ball didn't have what it needed. Carlton looking so dangerous as we approach the final minutes of these games. And Townsend feeling a bit of that pressure, he sends that one right out of play for a throw-in. Whoever's in the snack bar got a bit of a fright from that one. The throw is taken quickly, and there was a late two-footer one on Ben Townsend, and this could be interesting from the referee. The throw was taken quickly, it goes in, and then the two-footer goes in on Townsend, late from Hilton. Everyone's come together now, as everyone defends the keeper. Townsend's still on the floor, we'll need some treatment for him, I think. Lee Phillips is on. This is an interesting decision for a referee, because I think it's just the unnecessarily just exacerbates the situation. It's going to be a yellow at least. This one could easily be a red. We're just watching the decision. I think it's a yellow card, and you could say he's a bit lucky, because it's the sheer lateness when Townsend has already caught it. Alex Hardwick's not happy with the referee. He's having words, because now Hilton probably could count himself a bit lucky. Treatment continues for Ben Townsend. We'll hope he'll continue, else we will see an outfield player in goal, but he is now getting to his feet and should be all right. I'll be honest, knowing Townsend, he's probably stayed down a bit longer to try and force the decision, but I've not seen the yellow flash up for Niall Hilton yet. I'm going to be honest, if he's got away with no booking at all, I will be really shocked. But at the moment, yes, the booking has just flashed up for Niall Hilton. thought I saw it. Townsend getting G'd again here. And here comes the big one. Much better from Townsend. Goes forward, head away from Haslam. Graves like fighting for it. He managed to get a foot on to knock it forward, but goes back to the defence, who knocks it on 4 minutes at a time here. Headed away, and Haslam gets it down, gets it to Grejlak, but he loses the ball now to Sargent. And Stocksbridge have just given a free kick away. Charles have given that free kick away here. We are in the 90th minute, 91st minute according to our clock actually. Fulham have won the game against Crystal Palace. Harry Wilson has got a second against the Eagles. Can the Steels prevent late drama? Carlton have been pressing so much in the last 10 minutes. The Steels are clinging on. And a free kick to defend here. Right for the ball, into the box. Goes into the 6-yard area, goes to the far of the 6-yard area, but it just bundles right. It's going to go all the way out, and it's going to be a goal kick. Carlton are not happy about that decision. To be honest, it's one of those where it's gone through so many players that you could tell me whatever has happened and I'll end up believing it. "92 minutes gone. 2 to go. Townsend looking to send the ball forward. Can Stockbridge just make it stick up front for a bit longer? And they have done. They've lost the ball there, but they have kept it in the half before Carlton just clear it up. Big header away by Owen. He fought for us. Carlton head it up into the air, but out of play. It will be a Stocksbridge throw. Nelson will look to take this throw. Nelson is taking his time with it. He's learned some dark arts, Dan Nelson. Well done, Fretwell. You've taught him well. Big long throw from Nelson, trying to get it far away from that Stocksbridge goal as possible. It's going to bounce down into that left wing, and the Steels will try to keep it there for now. Very crowded down there. Steels looking to hold it on into the corner flag. Proper corner flag, and they kept it down there for a while before it's not Carlton able to get it away, and Carlton have just cleared it down that line, but Stocksbridge keep it in the Carlton half for now. They're doing a good job, the Steels, but then Carlton have managed to get it away. Hilton had a little push on his back from Charlesworth. Charlesworth got away with that, so he gets it forward to Hardwick, who's knocked it over Duro, and then Duro just launches that one. Stays in play, and it's been kept in play by Carlton, but the Steels will return it downfield and then returned high into the air, and this one will go out of play. 93 minutes have got now. And I have to say, the quick balls are working well. They're getting sent out phenomenally quickly to get the game back underway as soon as possible. Right hand side now. Stockbridge trying to hold on to end this 4-match slide. Launch throwing from Charlesworth down there, trying to get into the corner flag. Hardwick's got it on the edge of the area. They're still trying to get into that corner flag, but they're being forced back here. And then that one's been charged down by Hilton, and Carlton are on the front here. They play it back into the middle. Carlton come forward. Stockbridge again trying to get their men back. Spread out to the right, but well won by Dan Nelson with a big tackle that sends that one far, far away. 94 minutes have elapsed. We await that whistle. Low forward, head away. Morris heads away, and oh well. It's a Lewis Duro long throw right at the end of the game. This is not the situation the Steels wanted to be in, to be honest. And they've got everyone back to just try and do what they can with this, because these have been deadly all game. Big long throw into the 6-yard area, headed towards the edge of the area, but it's going to go quite deep forward back to Hilton. Duro's going to end up putting it back, the ball back in. It's far beyond, and it's just going to be Carlton will try and keep it in, and that will be it. The Steels have come back from behind to win in Carlton. Their third win in a row here at the Bill Stockell Stadium. Carlton did go 2-1 up. Oliver Clark scored a deflected effort to put Carlton in, but then 2 goals in 3 minutes, 2 identical goals in 3 minutes, both from Tommy Marshall, both from corners, have got Stocksbridge a lead, and despite the onslaught from Carlton in the last 10 minutes, the Steels were able to hold on. It is Carlton Town 2, Stocksbridge Park Steels 3. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator. We will see you next Saturday for the home match against Newton Aycliffe. Thank you very much to everyone who has been listening to this game. We really appreciate it, and we will see you for that game against Newton Aycliffe. Thank you and good night from everyone here at Carlton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels.